Hi friends, I'm back with the grocery haul. I went to Grocery Outlet, which is the Pacific Northwest's version of a discount grocery store. It's a bargain grocery outlet and they have things that are steeply discounted there because they're either going out of date or expiring soon, or I don't know, they're just a good deal. So it's about a 25-minute drive to get there. And instead of going all the way into busy town, I just went to the smaller town. And the smaller town has way less shopping opportunities there, but that's okay. This is one of the stores that's there. So I was limited in my selection. The other stores were much more expensive and I just didn't want to go all the way into the big city. I wanted to stay out of the big city. I didn't even want to go to the grocery store today. My family's been sick. I'm feeling under the weather. And I'm just struggling today. And I was like, well, we really need eggs. We don't really need them because I have freeze-dried eggs. If you don't know, I'm a bit of a prepper. I do like to keep emergency food stores. So when I'm sick or when I'm snowed in or whatever's going on, I have food on hand. But we've been out of town and we dwindled down our produce and everything like that. So I needed to restock on the fresh things, you know, the whole foods, the fruits, the milks, the eggs, those types of things. So restock we did. So I ran into Grocery Outlet and grabbed what we needed. I went out for eggs and Aaron requested juice, and then I just needed a few other, produce things, but it always sucks me in. I wasn't planning on doing like a biggish grocery haul, and this isn't really a super big grocery haul, but I did get some things that we needed. I did get some things for my emergency food stores because we are coming up on winter, and with winter coming up, with sickness, with the snowing and all the things I mentioned, all sorts of things can happen. We need to make sure that we are keeping easy foods on hand and things that we can whip up in a winter storm, or things that, store on the shelf for long term. So that's what I did. I got a few of those things too. So if you've seen some of my previous grocery hauls over the last decade nearly, then you'll know each grocery haul I do try to find or buy one or two things that I can stash back on the emergency food shelf or on the long-term food storage. So if you're able to do that, I promise you, one can of this, one box of that, it will add up over time. And you can stick to frugal items. I stuck to some frugal items today and I bought some things that were a good deal. And those are things that are gonna store on my shelves for many, many years to come, and I can use them up. We actually used up some au gratin potatoes a while back from my emergency food stores because I had a hankering for them and I wanted something easy and I didn't want to deal with slicing, peeling, and dicing potatoes that day. So I was like, I'm just gonna dip into my emergency food stores. So I needed to replace those. That's what I did today. And let me share with you everything that I got. Grocery Outlet always has some interesting things. And we've tried these before and I've probably gotten them from Grocery Outlet. But these are little golden berries and they were $4 for this teeny tiny pack. But I thought sometimes I buy fun stuff for the kids and I to try. So that's what we got this time. We grabbed 3 24 packs of the free range medium eggs, and then these Kamado tomatoes I thought looked beautiful, interesting color. So we grabbed those to make tomato sandwiches or wraps to use in sandwich wraps and things like that. Also the spinach here. I'm gonna use the spinach with some eggs and some cheese or cottage cheese that we already have in the refrigerator. And we're gonna make like a spinach frittata. We can wrap it up in tortillas or just eat it as eggs, or I can scramble spinach in with my eggs. So we like to do a lot of that. And I haven't been doing spinach. I don't know why I got off my spinach kick. And one of you recommended, hey, you should freeze dry it or dehydrate it. And that's what I should do. Or I can pop it in the freezer, no big deal, right? They had these beautiful berries there today. So I grabbed 2 packs, and one of them tomorrow I'm gonna use in a corn masa bake. I tried a corn masa bake with beautiful berries like this at a restaurant when Aaron took me out before my surgery. And it was delicious. So I've been making that for the kids and I ever since. It's really good. So we got 2 packs of these gigantic, beautiful berries, black berries, and we're gonna make that yummy treat. We've got 2 bags of Honeycrisp apples, 2 bunches of bananas, 4 varieties of pumpkin squashes and things like that we're gonna be cooking with. Decided to get some more frozen fruit. I figure when we run out of produce, it's always good to have frozen fruits on hand for snacking for the kids. So we grabbed the mango berries, strawberries, blueberries, mangoes, and then the banana slices, mango chunks, and red dragon fruit cubes. This one has bananas. One of my kids can't have bananas. This one does not have bananas, but we have a big pack of blueberries in our freezer already from Costco. Back here we've got 2 half gallons of vitamin D milk. I grabbed the half gallons because they're easier for my kids to manage and to pour and do that, all of that. These were 3 boxes for 97 cents because they expire this week, or they expire soon. So I grabbed 3 boxes for 97 cents and then grabbed 3 boxes of these. These were $1.99 per box, but 1 box will go with the kids on a mountain bike ride, quick and easy. Turtle Splash, grabbed 4 boxes of this. Anytime they have fun cereal on sale, this was $1.99 for this box of cereal. It's a small box of cereal, but it's fun, and it's gonna be my little one, my 4-year-old, he's gonna get a kick out of it, and all the big kids too, because they've got turtle facts on the back. So just a fun little treat. That's for a first breakfast when the kids are up early and we've got things going on, and you know, Mondays are crazy, so if I can get something in their bellies before they start their online courses, then I can feed them what I call brunch, like around 10 o'clock in the morning, after we get a little bit of a break for our online classes. So first breakfast, second breakfast, all that good stuff. We don't do a lot of cereal, and I have 5 kids. So that's like, what, 2 breakfasts right there, because these boxes are small. And it says contains fruits, veggies, and legumes, gluten-free, all the good stuff. Down here we've got Jimmy Dean, turkey sausage patties. This store doesn't have a whole lot of selection as far as meats and things like that I'm, you know, so they do have meats and things, but not very much. But I figure for breakfast, we'll do turkey sausage patties on English muffins, and I'm gonna get back to sourdough English muffins, homemade and all that stuff soon. I'm gonna get my sourdough starter going, and we're gonna be doing all the sourdough things again, you guys. I promise. We're gonna get back to it. We grabbed some potatoes green because this morning I used up the last bit and we threw them in burritos with eggs with our last 6 eggs. I stretched 6 eggs amongst 8 people, and no, there's 7 of us in my family. Why am I saying 8? There's only 7 of us, so I stretched 6 eggs between 7 people and made breakfast burritos, and it worked out really good. So restock on the potatoes O'Brien. We don't eat those very often, but I used up the only bag that I had, so I grabbed more. Nori, that was a restock. This was a good deal. I don't remember how much it was, but it's a way better deal than Costco's seaweed. And I know Costco's is bulk, but these, it's just a good deal. And we eat those with rice and with, like, we'll throw some canned salmon on it or some canned tuna with some rice and some sushi paper, and the kids love that. Good little snack. Or if you want to have it as a meal, I guess. I grabbed myself frozen buttered chicken, chicken enchiladas, poblano, and coconut curry chicken. The family tonight ate Mississippi pot roast, and my stomach is not good. Cannot eat fatty meat today, so I grabbed one of these. I'm going to throw one of these in the microwave tonight. You guys, totally not my typical thing, but I'm going to throw one of these in the microwave tonight and eat that for dinner. Hopefully it doesn't bother my stomach too much. And then these are just for easy nights. We're down to our end of our mountain bike season, and with practices and everything and running all around and going out of town and all that stuff. So we've got a couple easy nights. We can throw these on a salad. I've got some romaine lettuce in the fridge, some romaine lettuce hearts in the fridge, so we can throw these on salads, whatever, throw them in the air fryer, super quick and easy. Of course, spaghetti, needed to get some spaghetti noodles. Back here we got spices, ground cinnamon and everything, bagel seasoning. I'm gonna start making bagels soon. organic kosher hamburger dill slices and some mini baby dills. And then right here we've got pepperoncinis just to restock. Back here is Ziploc bags for various things. They had a pretty good deal at the grocery outlet for those. Restock on some canned chicken. I've been making chicken salad with canned chicken for my kids' school lunches. They can't have any nut butters or any tree nuts or anything at their school. So, and we're out of ham, and they didn't have any decent lunch meat at grocery outlet. So I was like, I'll just grab some chicken. We'll do chicken breast this week because I'm not going to make it probably all the way into town. Aaron takes the kids to mountain biking so I can rest in the evenings. And get some things done around here. So it's so much for resting because usually the goal is to rest. I think it's a mental brain rest. When he takes the kids out of the house, I get a brain rest. But I don't like physically rest, but it's a break. Not that I need a break from my kids by any means, but I get a quiet house when they all go. So they're gonna go to town. I'm not gonna be doing the grocery shopping in town this week. So I don't know where I was going with that. I'm tired. It's late at night. What are we at? We're at 9 o'clock. Holy cow, it's 9 o'clock at night. This was a late night grocery haul. I'm whooped. So I don't know where I was going with that. We needed some more mustard, and I realized Grocery Outlet has this Simply Go brand, and a lot of it's organic, and they just started carrying it, I think, because I've never noticed it before. And these juices are the same as well. Aaron already broke into that one, so don't worry about that. But we grabbed some organic strawberry lemonade. We mix that with water. It's just like a water flavor. We don't drink this straight up. We just add about 1/3 juice and then 2/3 water. Right here, we grabbed some passata tomato puree, and I figure this was a good deal. This was $1.99, I think, per jar, a little bit less expensive than spaghetti sauce. And then I have seasonings and stuff already to season it up, and I have onions and garlic and all of that, so it made it a little less expensive. But then you're gonna see I also grabbed some spaghetti sauce mix because those were a good deal. Some diced tomatoes, because I can turn these into a puree if I need to make spaghetti sauce, and these were under $1 for organic diced tomatoes in a can. No salt added, no big deal. I can always add my own. And then the Simply Go organic spaghetti, that looks like the Costco spaghetti. So grab that. I think it was $1.99 a pack of that. I think that was the price for it. These are Heat Seeker jalapeno beef sticks. I got these for Aaron and my oldest kid, Riker, to try. Spaghetti mix, beef stew mix, au jus mix, and another spaghetti mix. Makes life easy. End of days mixes. This is part of the Prepper Pantry long-term food stores, even though these aren't a super long-term food store, so I do rotate through that stuff. But I used up all of my stuff before we moved and got rid of and purged a lot of the old out-of-date stuff. So slowly restocking all of my spice packets. We typically make cakes from scratch around here, but I did grab some Devil's Food cake mix, Moist Supreme. We've got some visitors coming to town for the holiday, for Thanksgiving, possibly. And so my goal is to make my life a little easier for that and buy some things that are a little bit easier to feed a crowd. And I'll be doing all the cooking and all the everything for that. So I am gathering things now. And then this is pantry food stores, because this type of stuff, I have a freeze dryer. I could make my own. I'm not going to, because this is easy right now. And my freeze dryer, I haven't unpacked it yet since we moved. But that's something I plan on doing soon now that my back is better and I'm able to maneuver things around my garage. I'm gonna start freeze drying again, but for right now, I used those up like a month or two ago, and so I grabbed some to restock that. But, oh, down here, toothbrushes. Saw this deodorant, it's aluminum free, it's just a deodorant stick. Grabbed that for my son because I didn't get to Natural Grocers to get him some other stuff and he needed it. And Aaron and I use a magnesium underarm deodorant, and I'm gonna get him some of that
but this was $1.99. It says whole body deo, but he can just use it on his armpits until I get the magnesium stuff that he's going to start using, just like we use. But our magnesium deodorant is awesome. It's a roll-on deodorant, and it's magnesium, and you get an extra boost of magnesium in your armpitties, which is awesome. So, and it works really good. Grab these because we've got a sick house, and we have some already. Aaron picked up some up last week, but with 7 people, it's always good to have some backup. So I grabbed some of these. We do Manuka honey. I'll show them to you in a minute, but we do Manuka honey propolis lozenges because they kill all of the virus and bacteria that grows in your throat when you're sick. But these are nice, soothing, and I just grabbed them for a soothing throat drop for anybody that needs them. But I prefer the Manuka honey propolis. And if you see Manuka honey propolis throat drops, let's go over here. Let's get them. Let me show them to you. Let me show you my mess of house too while I'm at it. Okay, so these are it. And there's all different kinds, so whatever you have, but that's what the Manuka honey lemon with bee propolis, as long as it has bee propolis and Manuka honey in it, it will soothe your throat and help kill off some of that stuff. Now that alone won't kill off the junk in your throat, but if you get a propolis tincture will kill strep. But that's not medical advice, that's just my personal experience. So there you have it. There you have it. Welcome to my home. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this area of my house, but now you're seeing it. We've got our homeschool situation over here. Pretty compact. We keep it all pretty. I mean, it's kind of a mess right now. Today was a Monday. We had a whole day of school. So anyways, what are your guesses? Comment down below if you haven't already commented down below. And I shall tell you. Oh, you guys, we kept it under $2.50. Can you believe it? Under $2.50. $246.82 was my grand total. And these were expensive. These were $10 a bag. Those were $10 a bag, and I can't remember what else was expensive. The eggs were $9, I think, for 2 dozen each. $9. And yeah, I mean, a few meat things. These were $5 a piece. $5 and $3. The one down here was like $3.99, so those were a little bit expensive. So yeah, I feel like $2.50 for a table full of groceries is a pretty good deal. So there you have it. This is my real life, real mom of 5 kids grocery haul. I'm back on my feet. I went out of town and did not take my cane. I did not need to use my cane. I did need to sit down. My back did get fatigued. I did have to sit, but I didn't need to walk with my cane all around the mountain, and that was good. I feel like I'm getting stronger every day. I carried in these groceries, and some of the bags were really heavy. They were over 10 pounds, so I'm now lifting more and getting stronger. Like I said, it's amazing. I feel great. I'm not having nerve-crushing pain, and I could not be happier with life right now. Of course, everybody always has struggles in life. There's always things going on behind the scenes, behind the heart, behind the eyes, in the brain. There's always things going on, unseen, unknown, in everybody's life that are struggles. But I'm just thankful that that one is behind me now, and I am not suffering, and I can start to get back to life. So I'm getting back to life. We're getting back to life. Look at this beautiful kitchen. My family cleaned up my kitchen for me while I was gone. Got all cleaned up in there. It looks great. They tidied up the living room for the most part. You know, 7 people live here, so there's gonna be blankets and a random toy on the floor, but it looks great. I'm pleasantly surprised. I can make my nighttime cup of tea, and I can eat my chicken. What am I eating? Butter chicken. I'm gonna try to eat some butter chicken because I'm really hungry. But everything I've eaten today has caused me horrendous stomach pain. Well, I had breakfast, so I haven't had anything since breakfast because the breakfast caused me terrible stomach pain. So now I'm gonna try to eat something else, and then I'm gonna lay down and go to sleep. And hopefully laying down and go to sleep, I don't have any pain. We'll see.
Oh, but thanks so much for hanging out with me, you guys, and checking out this grocery haul, and I will see you in the next video, which will probably be, I'll probably do our out-of-town trip. It was a struggle. People were sick. The kids rode and raced, and they were battling whatever virus they have. They have like a cold, like a throat cold, congestion, a little bit of congestion. Not fun, and in retrospect, maybe we shouldn't have gone and just gave them the weekend off, but they pushed through, they rode, and took today off. So that's just how it goes sometimes, you know. You never know how everybody's going to be feeling, but we had an Airbnb booked and we had everything planned for the trip. So we went out of town anyways and just made it a quick trip. We were there less than 24 hours. Yeah, we were there almost less, like about 24 hours in Newport, and it was just quick. I wish I would have been able to see family. I have some extended family that lives in Oregon, cousins, and I wish I would have been able to see them, but it was too much with the sick kids and with the race and the one night and the teeny tiny little beach cottage and everything. Didn't get to see and hug family, but hopefully next spring, summer, that'll happen. I don't think it's gonna happen this season. It might, because the kids have a field trip to Corvallis, and I don't know if I'm gonna take them or not, because that's quite a haul, it's quite a drive. But if I do that, then maybe I could go see family too and make like a weekend of it, because the field trip's on a Friday. I'm just not sure that I'm up for all of that quite yet. Traveling without Aaron or driving that far with the kids by myself, even though I did it, I've driven 2 hours. I'm just not so sure that I want to do all that yet. So we'll see what happens. But it was a bummer that I didn't plan, or that we weren't healthy enough to see them, but hopefully soon. Yeah, that's it. That's the update. My next video will probably be, because this video is this grocery haul when we're back from town, we're gonna go back in time, and I'm gonna share my next video is gonna be when we're out of town. It takes more to edit all of that footage. So thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.